video for today is all about Xamarin.forms. So because I cannot create an app because my laptop is out of storage and it cannot download all of the resources of Xamarin, so I'll be making a reaction video about how to create Xamarin.forms app. So now let's have an overview about what is Xamarin.forms. So Xamarin.forms is an open source UI framework. Xamarin.forms allows developers to build Xamarin.Android, Xamarin.iOS, and Windows applications from a single shared codebase. So Xamarin.forms allows developers to create user interfaces in XAML with code behind in C#. So these interfaces are rendered as performant native controls on each platform. So who Xamarin.forms is for? So Xamarin.forms is for developers with the following goals. First, share UI layout and design across platforms. Second, share code, test, and business logic across platforms. Third is write cross-platforms apps in C# with Visual Studio. So now let's talk about how Xamarin.forms works. So Xamarin.forms provides a consistent API for creating UI elements across platforms. This API can be implemented in either XAML or C# and supports data binding for patterns such as model view, view model, or MVVM. At runtime, Xamarin.forms utilizes platform renderers to convert the cross-platform UI elements into native controls on Xamarin.Android, Xamarin.iOS, and UWP. So this allows developers to get the native look, feel, and performance while realizing the benefits of code sharing across platforms. So Xamarin.forms application typically consists of a shared .NET standard library and individual platform projects. So the shared library contains the XAML or C# views of any business logic such as services, models, or other code. So the platform projects contains any platform-specific logic or packages the application requires. So Xamarin.forms uses the Xamarin platforms to run .NET applications natively across platforms. So additional functionality of Xamarin.forms is it has a large ecosystem of libraries that add diverse functionality to applications. So Android, iOS, UWP, let's even throw in Windows Phone 8.1. So the big problem with developing applications for all of those different operating systems is that, well, they are different. Other than the obvious fact that the languages used to write the apps are different, maintaining multiple codes. So as a .NET developer, this is where Xamarin comes in. So it promises to deliver mobile apps with a shared code base. However, that shared code base is on the application logic side of things. So traditional Xamarin.iOS, Xamarin.Android, and Xamarin UWP development still requires that the user interface be written separately from each other, and that is no small task. So Xamarin.forms offers a significant time savings in this regard. It claims the fame is that it abstracts the user interface of each platform. the individual operating system controls and navigation metaphors into a common layer which can be used to build applications for iOS, Android, and UWP with both a shared application layer and user interface layer. So however, Xamarin.forms is much more than that. So when are we going to use Xamarin.forms? So as its name implies, Xamarin.forms excels when collecting data or when pages are laid out in forms. So however, it can go beyond that. Let's talk about the Xamarin.forms view. So Xamarin.forms views are the building blocks of cross-platform mobile user interfaces. So views are user interface objects such as labels, buttons, and sliders that are commonly known as controls or widget in other graphical programming environments. So views for presentation. So I'll just mention some. So first is box view. So box view displays a solid rectangle colored by the color property. So next is ellipse. So ellipse displays an ellipse or circle of size with request by high request. Next is label. So label displays single line text strings or multi-line blocks of text either with constant or variable formatting. And last is line. Line displays a line from a start point to an end point. Next is views that initiate commands. So first is button. So button is a rectangular object that displays text and which fires a click event when it's been pressed. So next is image button. So image button is a rectangular object that displays an image and which fires a clicked event when it's been pressed. Next is radio button. It allows the selection of one option from a set and fires a check change event when selection occurs. So to sum it up, Xamarin.forms is a powerful framework for creating cross-platform app using .NET. Not only does it provides a mean to write application logic that can be shared across platform but also user interfaces. So Xamarin.forms provides many user interfaces controls out of the box, but it does much more than that, including pages that adhere to the native platform navigation metaphors such as tabbed, master detail, and stack navigation. It is also a powerful data binding is included within Xamarin.forms, allowing properties in a class to be bound and updated by properties and a user interface's control, and vice versa. Most importantly of all, Xamarin.forms is a fun and productive framework to work with. So that will be all. Thank you. Have a nice day.